Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com. Let's talk a little bit more about CRCO shifts, specifically in adults and in kids. And I'm going to do a quick literature review about adults. So the article that I reviewed today, this is it down here. It was actually, I believe, in it was Portuguese or Spanish, but some language I do not speak well enough, but it was translated. But this is the article down here. You can see effects of the CO-CR discrepancy in daily orthodontic treatment planning. And basically, the conclusion was that yes, you really should consider CO-CR shifts in treatment planning, and that long-term shifts can cause disorders of the temporomandibular joint, which I kind of knew. That's obvious if you're, slipped on one side or slipped on both sides and you're consistently slipping or locking, that there can be damage to the joint. We want to make sure we're doing our best to put our patients into CR, or at least in a comfortable symmetric type of bite when we are articulating them, especially if you're doing ortho in a Clin Check. Too many of you guys are starting these cases clearly in a shift, and that really is going to, and then you're adding elastics and IPR, and I'm like, whoa, this is a shift. Wait, no, let's unravel the shift first and then figure out if we still need to fix the bite. Let's just straighten the teeth first and see what happens. So sometimes we need to redo our Clinchecks, our initial articulation in CR, even if it's a really weird, strange bite. Try to get those midlines on. I have a lot of content about getting the patient in CR, trying to mount it properly. And some underlying technology and some of these other aligner companies can get a little confused. So that means that you're going to have to take your photos in CR. You're going to have to take your scan in CR, which can be very difficult for the patient to hold. If you can't do that, sometimes just do your best, and then I recommend just doing some initial alignment first without fixing the bite, without fixing the AP or the sagittal, without fixing the transverse, without even fixing the vertical. Just unravel. And that's kind of what we do in braces, is we coordinate the arches first, then we figure out the rest. Don't try to do it all up front. Now let's talk about it a little bit in kids. Now this article was only about adults, but in kids, this I do know, is that if you consistently let a child, like in this picture here, clearly has a CO-CR shift to this direction, you'll see the midline, the deviation skeletally in the face. They're going to be asymmetric. The lower jaw, the mandible is going to go to the left or the right. If they consistently do that, it's like having an asymmetric MA or an asymmetric twin block appliance. They're going to grow asymmetrically, and that is a massive problem, because once they grow asymmetrically, we can't fix it. So that they're going to be asymmetric. So we want to catch those early, and that's part of the reason for catching these things in phase 1. And I just wanted to go back to the adult thing. Sometimes it is an asymmetry, and you may not know it's an asymmetry without doing the full CBCT, having it read, this one ramus is longer than the other. By then, we're not going to be able to make it perfect. So if they want it perfect, they're going to have to go get a jaw surgery. So just be careful with these kind of cases. If it's over your head, send it to an orthodontist, send it to an oral surgeon. You can upload the whole CBCT to something like Beam Readers and ask about asymmetry in the ramus and go from there. And then you can decide if you want to take the case or not. All right, thanks so much.